What is going on, guys? It's Nico350 here, and today we are finally outside. Yeah, we didn't practice wheelies for a while now. We're back. Hell yeah. So what happened was it started raining a lot, so I couldn't ride at all. And like me and the boys, we had a ride. We went to New Hampshire again, and we went to Mount Washington, a little road trip. And of course I took the supermoto, you know how it is. We drove the supermoto all the way to Mount Washington. Hell yeah, it was a sick ride. I couldn't record much because my battery has been fucking up, so it's not lasting as long, so I couldn't get like the nice twisties that we did, and I was like wide open. The bike was screaming. And today I did an oil change because we rode a lot and high RPM, so as soon as I got home, we did the oil change on the bike. But yeah, guys, that's why I haven't been uploading. Just rain, and this week it's gonna be raining too. But today was a nice day outside, so I definitely wanted to come back and shoot some videos. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the Husky and the new stuff we did on it. We're not exactly smooth right now, but we didn't practice for a little bit, so. We got a new rear tire too. The rear tire was awful, the one I was using. We got the Michelin 2CT on the back. This thing is, oh, we got a 150 now. This is a 5-inch rim, but we put the 150 in there. And the front is still the same, GPR 300s. And I didn't talk to you guys about this. We have the fork, the carbon forks thing. Really cheap, but it works, holding with a tie wrap. We got the headlight from the KTM 24 model, which is plug and play. You don't have to redo any wiring or anything. And we got this little guy here. Yeah, we got the little rubber thing here too, pretty cool. But yeah, oh, we got the axle sliders back and front. I wish I had this a little bit earlier before I looped the bike. It would save my rim, but yeah, now it's scratched, so who gives a shit. But like, now it's there, you know, axle sliders rear and front, so we're dialed again. So I wanted to go outside, do a couple wheelies, and make a video for you guys. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the Husky. And this video, is gonna be 5 things I love and 5 things I dislike about the Husky FE350. Dialed! Hell yeah! So, the things that I love about this bike, it has really good power, and it's a 350 instead of a 500. Also, I don't have anything scripted of what I'm gonna say or anything, so it's all like from my heart, what I truly feel like about this bike. So the first thing is the power. Like it pulls, like this is second gear. Like it wants to go, right? And my sprocket is not even like a big sprocket. It's a 45 tooth, if I'm not mistaken. And this thing will power wheel in second, look. This thing power wheel is on second. And if I'm not mistaken, it should power wheelie on third too. Let's try it. If it power wheelies in third gear. On the right RPMs it does. And the reason is the power, and because it's smooth. It's not as twitchy as the 500, right? So I can I can practice tricks, I can practice wheelies without having the fear of like giving a little bit more throttle and looping it. Right, it's really nice. The second thing I love about this bike is the weight. And I know what you guys are gonna say, oh, it's 6 pounds lighter than the 500, and it's not too much difference in terms of weight. What it's not, it definitely feels lighter because it's a short stroke. If I'm not mistaken, twin overhead cams. So it's like really peppier on the higher revs, and it feels lighter. It feels extremely light to throw this thing around, like especially in traffic around cars and everything. Like even when you're giving gas, it feels like super light. And when you're doing enduro, which we're gonna do some soon, it's really nice because it feels light. Like the 500 will feel heavier than it actually is because of that big massive piston and the long strokes, right? So it feels heavier. And the third thing I like about this bike is actually the suspension. The new 2024 models got a new suspension. I don't know exactly the specifics on it, but it feels stiffer than the 23 models and the older ones, right? And the reason I went with the Husqvarna instead of the KTM is because of the linkage system. I had a 500 before, and it was a KTM 500 2023, and I tried the PDS system, which I think that's what it's called. And like, well, it's good when you're doing jumps and stuff. It really throws your rear end forward, right, up. So like, it's not very stable doing jumps. But this thing is nice, especially doing jumps. You go straight. It's really nice, right? And the PDS system, like if you change the spring and you do some valving stuff, it can get really good. It can get up there with the race bikes. So suspension on this is top notch. The front suspension is extremely good. Like, I did adjust the clickers for my own riding, my riding style. So I do prefer a little bit stiff. Right now I feel like the rear stuff, the rear chuck, right? The spring is not stiff enough because it sags a lot when I sit on it. I set the sag already, but it still sags a little bit. So I want to get a new rear spring so it feels more planted doing wheelies and doesn't squat as much. And it's going to be good to start learning rolling burnouts and stuff. Not on this tire, of course. I don't want to smoke it, but that's something I really want to learn on this bike. So the fourth thing, my bad, guys. The fourth thing that I like about this bike is the looks, man. I used to dislike the looks, the stock looks of this, but it just looks so freaking good, especially the newer models. When they redid the frame, they redid the frame is stiffer, and they redid the body. It's really cool, and I love this, like this radiator cap. It's a pain in the ass to remove it, but it's good, looks good. But the looks on this bike, man, absolutely incredible, especially when you throw a KTM light on it. Like when you have a KTM light on the Husky, I think it just builds the bike, you know, like it gives that look that, like, you don't know, oh, is it a KTM, is it a Husky? And it fits on the plastics, right? It really fits with the rest of the plastics. A lot of people say that I should get a supermoto fender. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know yet. I'm still debating. I kind of like it like this. I might get some new plastics to remove the yellow from the bike. I'm going to get a brand new white plastics from my UFO, which is like $120. It's not too expensive. But yeah, the looks on this bike, mwah, chef's kiss. The fifth thing I love about this bike, man, is the attention that this bike's get. And it's really like, it's not a bike a lot of people has, right? Everyone goes to the 500, they go to KTMs, they go to like 450s, they go to other brands, YZs, 450s, Hondas, you know. But like, not many people actually has like a Husky 350, especially where I'm at. The 350 is a really good bike. And it's really slept on, in my opinion. Not a lot of people know about like the capabilities of this bike and what it can do. But I mean, this bike feels like on the top rev end, it feels like a 450. Like, it's actually really good. And it holds its own against the 500s and everything. Of course, the 500 will still smoke it, but it's still really good in terms of like power, and not too much, not too little. It's just really good overall. Now, the things I dislike. Rear suspension, extremely soft. Really soft for my liking. A little bit too soft. I had to crank the spring and do the whole sag thing to make it a little bit stiffer. But after I did that, it got way better. So if you guys want to grab a 500 or a 350 and you want to do the suspension, please do it. Another thing is how twitchy it feels at lower RPMs, right? This bike is tuned by Takamoto, and it's not a standalone ECU. I'm still using the stock ECU with dual maps. I got the maps from the 450 version, but it's running a custom map. I think I'm gonna text them about it, see if they can do anything about the twitchiness of the throttle at low RPMs. But we'll see if that may fix it. And the third thing that I absolutely dislike on this bike, it's not the maintenance, because we know what we're getting at, right? When we buy those types of bikes, we know the maintenance is gonna be tight, but it's the gas tank, man. Let me tell you something. This gas tank, this whole thing here, unusable. So if you reach here, you already have your light on. It's completely useless, right? The reserve doesn't last anything. I'm always running out of gas. This is useless because the fuel pump it's placed on the back here with a pocket, so all the fuel's gotta go in there. I mean, it might be good for enduro, but if you're street riding, it's really not good. The 2023 versions were way better because you had that the fuel catch can that would go all the way back, and it would actually pull the fuel up. So that's the second thing that I dislike about this bike. It's the freaking fuel thing. The third thing that I dislike about this bike, which sounds stupid, but it's not, it's the skid plate. How it's like the new versions of this bike is built. Like you have the bolt on the inside, you gotta push it in, and like the you end up losing bolts because it, like even if you do tread locking, it will vibrate out. And like it's really easy to strip the bolt, right? The way it's placed, you gotta be at a perfect angle, and if you like you do it too tight or not, you're gonna strip it. So the third thing is the skid plate. I wish they would go back to the older versions, which was directly on the frame here. Like you had two bolts here, and there on the other side. Easy to do. You don't have to lift up the kickstand to do anything. Really simple. This skid plate, I'm thinking about removing it. The only reason I don't remove it is because it was free, and it takes literally like 2-3 seconds to remove it, even though it's a pain in the ass a little bit compared to the 23 versions. But yeah, the skid plate, not a fan. So the fourth thing that I dislike about this bike, and when I say dislike, I don't mean really dislike it, okay? Like I love this bike, but just small things that I think you can improve on the bike. So the third thing is the swing arm. The swing arm is really narrow compared to the 500, and you have like this whole chain, like the chain guide that will take a lot of space. I had to remove all the piece of crap because otherwise it just wouldn't fit, so I had to remove all of that. Like as you guys can see how close it gets to the swing arm. Like if I left the chain guide there, it would just not fit. It would be rubbing everywhere. And how narrow the swing arm is compared to the 500, right? This 500 swing arm, absolutely huge. I don't know if that's something that they change against like versus the 500 or the 350 is different, or if it's a generational thing, right? The 2024 models all the way to 26 has a narrow swing arm, and the 23 to 2017 or 2019 has like a wider swing arm. I don't know, but if you guys are thinking about putting a 116 there, don't. It's gonna rub. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to align it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to enter, to slide the wheel in. Just get a 5-inch wheel and get a nice Michelin's 2CT on a 150 size. And the fifth thing that I dislike, it's actually the what was I gonna say? The when you're gonna do the oil change, you have the little bolt on the back here, which is really. I like to torque everything. So this is I'd like to torque it to 20 Newton meters. Same on the under plug, and with this you just can't, right? This one on the back here, I don't know if you guys can see it, you have to use like a normal key to pull that out because there's no space to put a ratchet in there or anything else, so you can't even torque it because it's gonna touch here on the back, even though it technically says 20 newtons. Yeah, it says 20 newton meters, but yeah, whatever, just tied it like by feeling. But honestly, that's the only complaints that I have on this bike. I would say the stock front light on this bike, but actually it has a nice LED light stock, and it really like it's a really good light. You know, if you don't want to, you never have to change it because it's just perfect. And if you guys want to see a little bit of like nitpicking about what I don't like, also, man, this freaking dash, like it's time to update this dash. This is old. It has a battery. Like every time you try to use it when it's not on the bike's not on. It never works. You're trying to check your hours. You got to start the bike. The battery never lasts, and this has been a thing that's been happening for a while now. I think since this is a street legal bike and it's an enduro bike, if you guys put the display right from the new 690 or 701s, the like a little bit bigger one, I think that would be dialed in. It would be like incredible how good that would be. Like that display is absolutely fantastic. It looks freaking sick, and it's just an amazing display. This is just useless, right? It's so bad. Battery runs out and it's just not usable unless you're running. Of course, you have the bike running and then you're moving, then the display is gonna work fine. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much everything. The 5 things that I like and I dislike about the Husky FE350. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to know what type of bikes do you guys have. If you guys have any supermotos, or if you guys want a supermoto, you guys looking to buy one, you're not really sure, you leave a message. I'll definitely help you guys. Leave a comment. It will help my channel grow, help get my views, will show YouTube that you guys are interested in the content, and I'll be able to help you guys if you need help with, like, oh, what type of bike should I get as my first bike, or what type of bike should I get to practice wheelies. I'll help you guys with everything, because I've pretty much rode all of them, from 250s, 450s, 350s, 500, and I'll be able to help you guys if you're starting out. So yeah, guys, see you next time. Peace.